Circooter. A Circooter scooter. This is the Cooter scooter, boys. I don't know who makes the names of all these companies, but if you're looking for advice, you could always message us prior to naming these products. I'm just saying. I dig it though. I think the Cooter scooter is awesome. Really. You won't be able to keep the cooters off your scooters. Electric folding scooter. Let's check it out. Urban off-road mobility expert. Check that out. Yeah, welcome to the Circooter. It's Mr. Cooter. We got ourselves a one-piece multi-tool, which we had before, and I thought was pretty cool. You can have your charger. Yeah, that's all there is to it, right? There's a spare tube as well, which is very thoughtful again. We'll take our charger. We'll set that aside. I don't think the battery is removable on this unit, but we'll find out together. That's the last time I'm getting that water bottle inside of the head, I'll tell you that. Was a last minute thing when that came in here. Where were we? We're checking this thing out, right? So yeah, packing wise, looks like she sustained a hit somewhere. She took a hard knock right there, pushed right through the foam. What about finish? Did it get to the finish? Wipe some foam off. Nope, looks unscathed. Get those peanuts out of there. Don't need that in there when you close it up. And then on this side, another piece of foam. Set that aside. There you go. Your handlebars are already attached. Just got to bolt them up. What's in there? What do we got here? Oh, this is the locking mechanism. They use a screw design that goes in here, I do believe. And yeah, you can see that that's going to fit right in there and keep that locked in place. So it's pretty well impossible to fall down. Oh, telescoping, right. So that's something that we weren't able to do on the last two models that I think is probably pretty cool, is that you'll be able to telescopic for your height, where the other ones just kind of, they said they fit a range of heights, but when it came to kids, you'd be, you know, ape hanging. Let's see. Okay. How much do you weigh? Decent amount. Oh wow, what a cool design. Very neat. We got a very industrial style looking scooter. Large stand on it. Actually, it sits up high. That's got some crazy ground clearance. Ah, that's really cool, man. Is that backlit? Very nice. It's clean. What a cool looking little unit. Place to put your heel. We like that. Charging port right there. Very convenient. Out in the open. Would be worried about water, but obviously you're going to keep this thing out of the water, clearly. Does not look removable as far as the battery, so you'd need to take it into where you're going to charge it, or have an outside option, something of that nature. Nice locking device, very stout. I actually like the headlight low. I think it serves a better purpose than wasting your beam from here to there. I'd rather see more along the terrain. Dual mechanical disc brakes, I see. Yep. We'll get this thing charged up and we'll check it out. It actually looks really cool. I'm pretty stoked. Landturbo. Weight. The thing weighs almost 60, so you got 58 pounds. Battery capacity 48 volt, 13 amp hour. It is a 1000 watt hub motor with a 10-inch wheel. The range they're saying is 25 to 28 miles, so that would be 40 to 45 kilometers for us Canadians. And max load capacity 330. That's pretty well the going rate. I have seen them as low as 260, so that's good. They're on the top end of what I've seen anyways. 240 volt, 50-60 hertz, DC 54.6 volts, 2 amps. Charging time, there we go, 6 to 7 hours. Okay. And waterproof is IPX4. They even post the top speed. No, they didn't. Well, I guess that's left for us to find out, right? Nothing wrong with that. Check out the signal lights here. Really cool. Both sides. Isn't that awesome? Unique placement for sure. So yeah, we were looking at the controls here. As you can see, you got your light. We mentioned that, how it lights up the sides as well, which is pretty cool. You got a horn. You've got your power settings. So this will run you through race, eco, what else you got? Sorry, you got walking mode, eco mode, race mode, and sport mode. So the old S for sport basically run you up through. And the M, I do believe, goes through the menu. And you can adjust some of these settings. You could take away the cruise control. because it has that feature. If you hold down the throttle for about 5 seconds, it will just hold you at that speed, or max speed if you're not there yet but haven't let off the throttle. Your signal lights are down here, and that's basically it. And then you got your pod, right? So hold in your power button. That's going to fire up your monitor. Usually you can't see these because of frame rates and stuff. There we go. We're zeroed out. We got a full charge right here. It shows a little guy, and that's your walking mode. You're going to hit your S button, and that takes it over here to your eco, first of your lower power settings. So I believe it's 9 miles an hour for walking mode. I believe it's 15 mile an hour for eco. And then if we take it up to race mode, we'll get 21 mile an hour. And then we can go to full power at sport, and that's going to bring us to 28 mile an hour, right? So top speed of 28 mile an hour. I'm just going to put it in sport, full power, and see what kind of range we can get. Let's try it out. Off we go. Test our brake adjustments. Feels good. Actually feels really good. This thing does have front suspension, as you guys can see, and rear. Dual suspension, so it's quite the comfy platform. Get a good strip here, we should be able to get up to top speed. There it is, 28 mile an hour. At least that's what it's saying. Yeah, it feels about right. Decent acceleration, pretty good power that way. Speedometer sort of goes from 22 to 28. A little odd there. Not too bad. At 28 mile an hour, I did find it a little bit twitchy in some of the handling. So, we'll have to stick to the main trail. Can't get through too much rough with these 10-inch wheels, but... The fuck? You got feet, right, motherfucker? Give me the in the air. Or to give you an arm across the head. He's the one staring at oncoming traffic, and he wants me to weave out. Dickhead. You gonna stay? Check it out, boys. Pretty nifty, eh? Goes through green, you got blue, you got purple. Looks pretty neat. Headlight works great. Front and rear fenders also work great. Got a tail light, working brake light, which is pretty kick-ass for safety through the white. Yeah, that thing looks absolutely killer. We don't want to impede anybody else's day, so. But it is a good opportunity to try it in a little bit of a bumpier surface, and I can tell you right now that brakes are, maybe I did adjust them a little too strong. They want to lock up there pretty good, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Look at that. You can lock her up, eh? Let's try that. Oh yeah, never done that before. We're never really giving her the beans on the brakes. I want to be careful with that front one, I'll tell you. Oh yeah, she's strong, so we'll be careful with that guy. Very little pressure. Definitely works good. The range, not so sure about though. I don't like when the machines aren't very accurate and when you have to continuously, well, not continuously, but you gotta shut them off periodically is a better word, to get an accurate gauge of what kind of distance you have left, right? So let's see what kind of heat. We can put our hand on the motor, because that is 6 miles straight with no brakes, right? Maybe 7 miles at this point, probably. We can hold our hand there. It is warm, but we can hold our hand there. Our battery again, and on the bottom we can feel some heat. Not much though, not too bad. So I have seen others where, you know, that back wheel will get pretty hot, the motor. Boys, dusty through the moines, eh? It didn't take long to dust up the scooter. But no, works good. Works good. See if we got any battery power back after letting it cool off a little bit. We'll fire it up. We've done 7 miles so far, and yeah, the trip does reset itself when you turn it off, right? It says we got 3 bars left out of basically 6. Is there 6? We've got 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think 6 bars. So we're down to half after 7 miles. Well, we can show the signal lights, but it's a little bright here. I don't know that you're going to get a lot out of them. Oh, I can still see it though. See it in there? Yeah, you can. Come around to the front, see it in here. It actually worked pretty good, not too bad. And then you'll just bring her back to center. Grab ourselves a quick coffee. Change up some batteries. We'll head back to the house. This has been a lot shorter trip than I thought it would be. We're only sitting on 9 miles right now. We've let it cool down a little while here. Let's see what we got. We have back up to 3 bars, so not too bad. And we're sitting at about 9 miles right now. Well, that's not great actually. We'll see how long those last. This machine does give me a little bit of range anxiety, they say. I find with pretty well all the scooters, you sort of have that. It's like they're pushing it to make their 20 miles, right? So normally we'd hill test these things. I don't really have any major hills close by. A little off-road there. Actually, this is a good little climb here on the other side of the mall, or as we approach the mall. And back down to 2 bars right away, basically. I think we'll make a quick stop at one of my favorite stores and grab a few treats on the way home. Ah yes, bike path and asphalt, so much smoother, quite a bit nicer. What these things are designed for. Camera's holding up. Hi. There's a little bit of a hill climb. Nothing major. And yeah, it's dealing with it. Doesn't seem to have a problem. 1000 watt motor's got good power. Definitely got some hill climbing ability. That ate up, yeah, good. Look at that. That ate up another bar. So now we're down to our last bar. We're not too far from home, probably 2 miles or less. Oh, back to 2 bars. Just all over the place when it comes to the range and the power. Speeding up to 28 there pretty quick, no problem. We'll just stop at the candy store real quick.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Not too bad. How are you doing?
Doing well.
Good.
After anything in particular today?
Probably just do the same thing I've been doing, and that's that hybrid. Ooh, what was it, banana cake?
Oh, yes.
Thank you very much. You guys have a good one. All right, we got some treats and we are powering back up. Still got our 28 mile an hour even with the battery being down the last couple of hours. We're in my home range. I'm going to take it a little further though. We're going to see if we can close to deplete and get somewhat of an accurate prediction as to what your range will be, which I assume I've got maybe a mile or two left in it here. We got a bike trail which could provide a little smoother ride for us. Oh, huh. Our camera's taking a hell of a beat here. Oh, there we go. We finally lost down to 14 and we are limping. The battery's pretty well depleted. So, on pretty normal circumstances, we were able to just shy of 20. Not the best we've seen. Actually, I think it is the worst we've seen. But I don't know what can be said about that. Doesn't ride too bad. Pretty quiet. Handles decent. Little twitchy at full speed, but otherwise does perform pretty decent. A little bit of range anxiety, which is never a good thing. Yeah, other than that, pretty interesting little unit.